used to being confident. I'm used to commanding, let's just say, the room. I'm a man of few words, but honestly, love? Yeah, I'm so afraid. I've faced the idea of love. Gosh, even the romantic fades, the cliche eye contacts, the wines and chocolates, the idea of happily ever after, all that I have done. But why does loving wholeheartedly scare the shit out of me? Why do I suddenly get sweaty palms when I feel like I'm head over heels in love with a beautiful soul? I want her to touch my scars, but at the same time, I'm terrified she'll scratch them to pieces.
I feel love. I feel love with every fiber of my being. I feel love with every beat of my heart. I feel love with every breath that I take and each one that I expel. It's not the fear of commitment that has my hands sweating and my heart skipping 2 beats. It's the thought of uncommitting to you. The fear of having to hear or say yet another goodbye. The fear of loving way too much or maybe too little. The fear of being completely broken by everything that love is but shouldn't be.
I've written letters of remorse about love. I've cursed the day I got to fall in love. Doubts linger constantly in my mind. I gave my heart only for it to be played jump up with like a plague. I've wrote on the surface all the imaginary lines I would tell about her. When she crossed eyes with my soul, she crushed me with eyes full of no regret. Is love really worth it? I questioned myself.
And I all but know that nothing lasts forever. But even then, the thought of getting comfortable and then getting ripped apart, the thought of letting my guard down and then getting betrayed, the thought of spilling my terrors on paper only to have it torn to shreds, the thought of harshly leaping off the band-aid and exposing my wounds to the sun where it hurts most, the thought of loving you, loving us and then losing you, losing us and possibly losing myself to the loss that is you, that is us. The thought of sharing the most intimate parts of ourselves and then being strangers all over again.
Love has once made me trade my ashes in for beauty. I've kissed the traces of a heart I can never reach fully. I've wriggled through softness and glamour that comes with love. I've fought with conditions upon condition, but love based on conditions? Well, I hate it to the core. What benefits a man that confesses love that has conditions? What benefits a man that loves the unloved? I've been drained, and you certainly know why.
So much of my fears are lit up by doubt. There is something forbidding about love, like the light suddenly going out in the middle of the most intimidating hours of the night. But nights like this makes me want to take the risk, dive deep in and just let go, wondering how beautiful it could be, learning how to love, and gradually learning how to be loved in the hands of the same person. But I will never know, because mornings open the gates to uncertainties and certitudes. I run away whenever I get too vulnerable. Every time it gets too real, I sabotage it. I start running. And I know a part of why love intimidates me is because I am afraid. Afraid to fall and never get caught. Afraid to love and never be loved.
I searched my heart for clarity. I wanted love with no bounds. Yet her eyes crushed me. There was no return. My love was a fairy tale with no plot. My love was never enough, or should I say, I was deluded to think this was a two-way street. All this made me question the integrity of love, and that, my darling, is why my heart is dark and cold.
How will I know? How will I know he loves me when I'm yet as acquainted with love myself? How will I know if it's me he's thinking of? How do I completely trust when it could cost a heart? How do I let go when all I can think of is how long will this one last? How could I know this is not just another tragedy hiding behind flowers and romance? I want to try, but it feels like fighting myself, tearing down the walls I built to cover the scars, the wounds. And I'm afraid we'll burn so hot, so fast, we'll burn out before the night is over.
Somewhere in my next life, maybe I'll come back to you. Maybe my heart will see reasons with you. Maybe love will eventually be on my lips again. But like I said, love has hurt me a lot. The thought of it still haunts me like a plague. These letters I write have pain in them only. Why? Pain of love. So love, let's keep it basic for now. Someday, maybe I'll return to you, or maybe not.
So hello, sweet grief again. Maybe I long for what I can't have. Maybe you are everything my dreams made of. An inferno so hot we burn when we touch. A fire without smoke, a love without cracks. But I still can't help but wish. It's all I do when the clock ticks 3 a.m. and I'm restless. It's melancholic, but maybe it's just another dream I have to put away. You can never take chances on someone who's taking chances too. Expect trust from someone who's learning to trust, or ask to be loved by someone who suffered at the hands of the exiled love. So this is farewell love. You'll always be a distant, sad nostalgia. You'll always be the one that got away.